and on about interpreting, couldn't we? And we could say what this star means, and we could go into these pentacles, how they represent money. And I said last week how yellow represents the mind. We could do all those things, couldn't we? Would that touch this card?
No.
Would it have anything to do with that guy's life?
No.
Would what I say have anything to do with the bill that called?
Nope.
Right. So my point is, you experience.
And
you don't interpret. Very good, Bridget. All right, what's the next thing on that?
I believe all.
I don't know. Where are we? All right. There.
Where?
If thou wouldst but quiet thyself.
Oh. If thou wouldst quiet thyself long enough to hear the still small voice within, thou wouldst be able to establish a sense of well-being that would bring forth a peace that passes all understanding.
Wow! So, along with Bill and Bridget and Sandy and Paula, we need, according to those words that's written on a paper that don't mean a doggone thing, but it's just entertainment for your entertainment only. It says to get still. Get still. Listen to the small voice that resides within. Okay? Now this voice is not going to push itself on you, Bridget. It's not going to usurp your will. And whatever you want to do in any given day, just like today, you went to a dance recital, right? How'd you do?
Good.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Were you conscious of the people in the audience?
Not really.
Were you dancing for yourself or them?
Myself.
Boy, you got the right answers tonight. You got 100. Look, I'm going to give you a smiley face. You done answered all the questions right. Okay, so we're back to this card. Now let's try to see how another book will support what we're talking about. What book do you want to go to? Let's go to, choose one. I don't care which one you want to do. Which one?
Light.
Lords of Light. All right, that looks like Butler. All right, open the page anywhere you want to and just put your finger wherever you want to start reading, honey.
I repeat, I don't apologize for doing so.
Woo! Let me write that down. I repeat, I don't apologize for doing so. Okay? Now?
Once you start experimenting with autotrans, you make an absolutely certain you come back completely to your normal state of
Consciousness.
consciousness.
Mm-hmm. And once you are back,
Oh, and once you're back, never allow yourself to slip away again into the kind of half state that's neither here nor there.
all right. Now, where's our first page, honey? It said, this life I'm living. Where's it at?
This life that I'm living, all that I'm doing.
This life that I'm living is all that I'm feeling. Okay. At this particular moment, in this young man's life, what is he feeling?
Pain.
Okay. But is this the totality of his life?
Probably not.
He will get past this. So in those times when we are really feeling the most pain or pleasure, either one, they're going to pass. And we cannot put our assurance or any type of credibility into that. Do you agree?
I agree.
All right, read me some more out of that book.
Thou wouldst give up the quest for personal satisfaction if to seek be unlimited by the drive great gratification.
Okay, let's see what that said. Thou wouldst give up the quest for personal satisfaction and seek to be illuminated by the divine gratification. Thou art stumbling in the dark and almost on the run. Okay? Thou art stumbling in the dark and almost on the run. What does it say?
This life that I'm living, it's all that I'm feeling.
Okay. Now, what we're getting...
I repeat and I don't apologize for doing so.
Okay. So in your lifetime, while you're doing and living what you want to live, in the run of the day, honey, how many times do you stop and ask yourself whether you should be doing this or not?
It's kind of even. I do it sometimes I don't.
Okay, do you think that's conditioned or do you think it's natural?
Natural.
Ah, you think it's natural. Okay. Well, let's see if it's natural. Let's get some Emerson. Oh. Anywhere you want. All right, what you got, honey?
Let us buy our interest to this guild and buy a long probation.
Let us buy, that's B-U-Y. Let us buy, B-U-Y, our entrance to this guild by a long probation. Wow. Okay. And goes on to say,
why should we
desecrate
noble and beautiful souls by introducing on them?
intruding on them. Go on.
Why insist on rash personal relations with your friend?
Okay, what, honey? Why insist on rash personal relationships with your friend? Go ahead. I like Emerson. Read on.
Why go to his house or know his mother and brother and sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Why be visited by him on your own?
Mm-hmm.
Are these things material or covering?
Okay, go ahead.
Leave this touching and clawing. Let him meet a spirit.
Okay. He is more or less saying, why do you do all of these things that you do? Why do you gather the people about you in your lives? What difference does it make if you have a friend what her mama or her daddy does or does not do for a living? How does that affect you? And do you really care? What are you really, really interested in? I got to go back to this.
This life that I'm living is all that I'm feeling.
Okay. Now, what does that mean? If you're experiencing that right now, you're on this television show. What are you experiencing?
Entertainment, life.
Okay. So life is entertainment?
To me.
Okay. Well, let's see somebody else. Here. Pull another card. But throw those dice first. I like to do that. Where they at?
Five.
Another 5? Now, do you think that was coincidental? So we've got the messages of 5 tonight here. Whoa. Look at that. What I got. What was your first one? You got the 8 of Swords and I got Death. Transformation. See, even in our jest and in our most ridiculous actions, we are being transformed at all times. It does not matter. Does not matter, because who we are will step up to the bat every time. You cannot hide yourself. I'm looking for a 5. I found it. 5 of Wands. What'd you get? You got the King of Pentacles. Okay, turn to the 5 of Wands. Let's see what we got going on there.
Is that
5 of Wands. Oh, did I put it back up? There it is. When you show the people. Okay. Can you see it?
trying to find the 5 of Wands?
All right. See what the message is on this night. I love it. I love this stuff because they get it when we get it, honey. Okay. Wow. There you go. Beautiful. Okay.
Okay. We shall take a moment about this issue of irritability to being short-tempered and having no patience.
So, short-tempered, no patience. What else? And irritability. Okay? Now, we're still talking about pain and pleasure. We're still talking about this life that I'm living. It's all that I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So, my life out here is generated from what's going on inside of here.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
We speak to you kindly concerning these matters, for it is crucial for thy involvement of these feelings while yet on earth plane.
Mm-hmm.
As thou dost continue to work with pest. One day ye shall arrive at the state where no matter what particular situation that thou findest thyself in, thou can be content.
So, I love it. I love it. You know, Paul said that too. He said, in whatever state I find myself, I am content. Well, according to what you've just read, by us throwing these dice and getting another 5, it says that you can be in whatever state, whether it's irritability, short temper, having no patience, or playing jokes, or whatever, pranks, does not matter. You can be content. When the whole world is in turmoil, you can be content. You can be happy. All right, go ahead.
It is not an easy task to find the direct source of irritability, for what thou thinkest is causing the problem. It is not at all the case.
Okay. So, what you're angry about, or what you're irritable about, is not at all what you're really mad about. Okay? Does that make any sense?
No.
That's not supposed to. That's why I love cosmic therapy. None of it's supposed to make any sense. Go ahead.
In fact, if it could be anything, irritability is the deviation from the real source within yourself.
Okay, so you are angry because you have left your first love, yourself. You are not, where's our paper? Where's our little paper, darling? You are not experiencing yourself. You are not experiencing yourself. You are on the outside involved in things that are going to pass. This is not going to pass until you do. It's going to be here as long as you do. Pain and pleasure, thrills and all kinds of distractions and diversions, they're going to come and go. But this which is within you is not going anywhere. Okay, go ahead, honey.
Contentment is the opposite of irritability, short-temperedness, intolerance, and the lack of patience. Contentment exists in its complexion in thy soul.
In the soul. So it's your soul is content. Your soul is content. I hear people saying that your soul's got to evolve. Your soul is content. It doesn't have to evolve anywhere. It doesn't have to do anything. It is completely content, fixed, beautiful. It is there. It will go through many different experiences, but it will not be altered. Okay, go ahead.
All right. But thou art far too busy dealing with expecting and allowing false sensations to cover up the guiltiness and still small voice that speaks out contentment within.
Wow. That was a loaded sentence, Bridget. Huh? Where's it at?
Right there. But thou too far.
But thou art far too busy dealing with expecting and allowing false sensations to cover up the gentleness and the still small voice that speaks of contentment within. What art thou in need of at this time? Why dost thou feel so unhappy? How can obtaining that thing alter thy life in any way? Okay, now have you determined you're not unhappy? So you're not a candidate. I can't ask you. But really, being truthful, you're 15 years old, you're a teenager, there's some part of your life that you've got to be unhappy about. Nothing?
Not really.
Is there anything you want?
No.
Okay, so you're pretty satisfied with
much.
your life. Do you believe that most people in the world today feel that way?
No.
Okay, and why? You're only 15. Why do they not?
Most people want more than they can have.
Ooh, okay, why can't I have anything I want?
I don't know.
Huh?
Sometimes you just don't get what you want.
Why? Because you really didn't want it? Because it wouldn't have been the thing that would have furthered you on the path? I mean, you tell me, honey. You tell me while I'm looking for another. Okay, first of all, let's see how this will further support. Here you go. Write 4 numbers, any numbers you want to. Add them up. Okay, what you got?
52.
52. So we're going to take this book, Cosmic Therapy Through Art, and find what 52 has to say. You want to?
I guess.
Okay. Oh, Sandy, look at this pretty picture. Hold that up, Bridget. Beautiful picture. Absolutely beautiful. Describe the picture, Bridget.
It's flowers, it's nature.
Okay. What is it feeling?
I can't do anything.
How do you know?
I don't.
It is the feeling itself, because it is the feeling of beauty. And beauty is a feeling itself. It needs no interpretation. Okay, so the name of this one is Options. Where's my book? I got to write that down and tie this stuff together. Okay, and my pen. Options. So, let's go back. This life that I'm living, it's all that I'm feeling. And you don't know who sang that song.
No.
And I certainly didn't know. Okay? And we established the fact that we're going to go through pain and pleasure. And you repeat, I don't apologize for doing so. For experiencing pain and pleasure.
Right.
Okay? So if you don't apologize for doing it, then you're not responsible for it either.
True.
Okay? And if I'm doing what I want to do, and I mean doing it as much as I want to do it, how does that have anything to do with you? How can it possibly hurt you?
It doesn't.
Right, unless you expected something from me.
Right.
Don't expect nothing from me, because I'm going to disappoint you. Okay, let me see it. And that, what was that? Emerson who said, let us buy our entrance to this guild by long probation.
Yeah.
Wow. Let us buy our entrance.
BUI.
B-U-I, entrance into this guild by long probation. Where's that guy that's hurt? Did we put him up?
I think
Okay,
so.
we put him up. But anyway, he certainly looked like that he had traveled a long way and had a long probation before, and he bought, in essence, his particular journey took him to that place. Just like